Hey, it's Christina. Today I'll be doing a 25-minute beginner's Hatha Yoga sequence. Start out lying on your back. Turn your palms up towards the ceiling. Relax your legs out and close your eyes. Begin to deepen your breathing. Come inside yourself. Focus your attention on your breath. If this is your first time taking a yoga class or doing any kind of yoga, try and take the time now to drop any preconceived notions you might have about yoga or anything you might have heard or done before, and just try and enjoy what you're about to do. And take one more deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. And on your next exhale, take your right leg in your hand, bending your knee, and hug that knee in towards your chest, holding onto your shin. Try and visualize now that your breath is traveling towards the back of your right leg as you are stretching it here. Think about how your breath is helping the muscle expand and stretch. You might be feeling a little discomfort in that area, but just breathe through it. And now switch legs by setting your right leg down back onto the floor and switching sides, taking your left leg in your hand, bending your knee, and once again, imagining that your breath is helping the back of your left leg and the muscle there, allowing it to expand and breathing through any discomfort you might be feeling here. Now take your right leg back into your hand and hold on to both legs. You can flex your feet here as well. Start to activate those feet. Hug both knees gently in towards your chest, trying to keep your lower back on the floor as you hug your legs inward. Imagine that your breath is allowing both legs, the muscles in the back of both of your legs, to open up, expand. And as I'm doing here, if you would like to rock gently from side to side, right to left, to massage your lower back on the ground, you can. If that's uncomfortable, you can stay still. And when you feel ready to move on, gently rock yourself back up to a seated position and cross your shins in front of you, sitting up tall. And on your next inhale, raise your arms all the way up towards the sky, palms facing each other. And on your exhale, twist your torso to the right, bringing your left hand to your right knee and your right arm right behind you. With each inhale you take, sit up tall, and with each exhale, twist a little bit further than before. On your next inhale, unwind from the twist, raising your arms back up towards the sky. And on your next exhale, twist in the opposite direction to the left, bringing your right hand to your left knee and your left arm behind you. Once again, using your breath to help you twist around and feel length in your spine. Take another inhale and unwind from this twist, raising your arms up towards the sky, palms facing each other, looking up. And on an exhale, fold your torso over your legs, coming to a forward bend, looking down towards the ground. You can reach your arms as far as you can here, still keeping as much length in your spine as you possibly can. Don't overly round your spine, your upper back. Just feel length coming through that low back as much as you possibly can. Slowly bring your torso back upright, coming to a seated position once again. Place your hands behind you, fingertips facing the back behind you, and press into the floor with your hands arching your back, spreading your shoulders apart from each other, looking upward, and slowly release from the arch, bringing yourself back up to a seated position. When you're ready to move on, swing your legs around and come into a hands and knees position. Bring your knees underneath your hips, your hands underneath your shoulders, flat on the floor, and on your next inhale, you'll come into an arch with your back, spreading your shoulders wide apart, pressing into the floor with all 10 fingers evenly, looking forward, reaching energy up through the crown of your head. And on your exhale, curve your spine in the opposite direction, looking behind you towards your thighs, reaching your mid back up towards the sky. Inhale and come into your arch again, spreading your shoulders wide, pressing into the floor with your hands. And take an exhale and look behind you, curving your back. Breathing. Inhale. Arch. Spread those shoulders. Feel your spine really arching here. And take an exhale and curve. Bring your spine in the opposite way, feeling all your back muscles stretching out. Inhale and arch. And exhale, take that curve. Look behind you. Really reach that mid back up towards the ceiling or the sky. Just two more of each. Take an inhale and arch. Really feel each bone in your spine moving independently, articulating through. Take an exhale now, curving. Feel your spine in a C shape. Inhale and arch. And take one final curve in the opposite direction on an exhale. Really reaching that mid back up and coming back to a neutral spine now. Touch your toes together, sit your hips onto your heels, and relaxing your torso over your thighs. Bring your forehead to the ground. Reach your arms out in front of you. If this pose is uncomfortable for you, if your hips don't reach your heels, roll up a blanket or a thick towel that you have and set it right underneath your hips for some support. Or you can also place a block in between your heels and sit on that as well. As you remain in child's pose, start now to reach your arms forward. Really reach them energetically, spreading your fingertips wide on the ground. Evenly place your whole hand on the floor. Activate your shoulder blades now as you reach your arms forward. Slowly start to engage your abdominals, lifting your belly off your thighs, lifting your torso up nice and slow, and tucking your toes underneath you as you straighten your legs. Coming into a upside down V shape, also known as downward facing dog. And as you remain in this shape with your body, start to move your legs. So pedal through your legs, alternate bending and straightening each leg, and really working through the muscles in your legs as you warm them up here. As you're moving, keep your hands and feet where they are in space. Just gently bend and straighten each leg and release your head down. Keep your hips going up and back. You're just really working through those muscles in the back of your legs nice and slowly. Begin now to come to stillness. In your downward dog, stop moving your legs. You can have a slight bend in your knees here as you remain in this upside down V shape with your body. Keep your hips going up and back. Keep feeling your shoulder blades on your back, coming towards each other. And take an inhale. Raise your heels all the way up. Bend your knees. Look forward between your hands. And take a few baby steps up to meet your hands at the front of your mat and remain in a forward fold with your torso over your legs. If your hands don't reach the floor, you can bend your knees a little bit so that they can reach the ground. Continue to breathe. Take an inhale, bring your hands to your hips, and come up to standing with a straight back. Bring your hands down by your sides. Keep your feet parallel to one another, hips distance apart, so look down, make sure your feet are right underneath your hips, toes are pointing forward. We're standing in mountain pose, also known as Tadasana, standing up tall, spreading your shoulders wide away from each other, keeping your spine long. And take an inhale now, and spin your upper arm bones out and raise them up towards the sky, looking up in between your hands. On your exhale, fold your torso over your legs, coming into another forward bend. Bring your hands down onto the floor. As I'm doing here, if you cannot reach the ground, you can bend your knees this way, or you can place your hands flat on the floor or just your fingertips, depending on your flexibility. And remain here for a moment as you feel the back of your legs and your lower back getting a stretch. On your next inhale, take your left foot and then your right and step it back into a plank, bringing your body into one line from your head to your heels. You can drop your knees down onto the floor or leave them straight and slowly lower your entire body onto your belly, coming to the floor. Bring the top of your head to your mat, tops of the feet are on the floor, and place your hands right next to your ribs, elbows pointing upward. On an inhale, lift your head off the ground in the upper part of your chest so your shoulders are off the ground as well, and just come into a slight arch of your back, keeping the tops of your feet on the floor. Take an exhale and lower your head back down. As you're here, make sure both elbows are squeezing in towards each other. On an inhale, take another arch, just a slight arch, not lifting your entire torso, just the upper half. Take one more breath and slowly lower your head back down. Breathing here for a moment, getting ready to come into another arch. And lift your head up, your shoulders. Feel your shoulders spreading apart from each other. And slowly lower back down. Tuck your toes here. Press into the floor with your hands to lift your body up onto your hands and knees. And then straighten your legs into another downward dog. Relaxing your head down, feel your shoulder blades coming in towards each other. Feel your heels going down towards the ground. If you need to bend your knees, that's fine as well. Just a slight bend, or as much as you need, really, just to protect your hamstrings a bit more. As you're here as well, keep those hips going up and back at the same time, really creating that V shape in your body. On your next inhale, raise your heels, bend your knees. Look forward between your hands and walk your feet slowly up to your hands at the front of your mat, coming into a forward fold. Keeping your hands on the ground, bend your knees if you need to. And on an inhale, you can place your hands on your hips and come to standing with a straight back. Bring your hands down by your sides. Take a deep inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, rotate your upper arm bones out once again and raise them up towards the sky. Exhale and fold your torso over your legs into another forward fold with your torso. Hands on the floor, bend your knees if you need to. Take an inhale, place your hands on your shin bones and just straighten your back up halfway, looking forward. And on your exhale, fold back down into your forward fold. Plant your hands into the floor and step back once again into a plank pose, bringing your body into a straight line from your head to your heels. If you'd like, you can lower your knees onto the floor, but if you don't, you can keep them straight and gently lower your entire body onto your belly. Bring your hands so they're right next to either of your ribs, tops of the feet on the floor, elbows pointed up. Coming into a full cobra arch now. By using your hands to help you lift your entire torso off the ground, crown of your head is reaching up towards the sky, hip bones are slowly coming down towards the ground. Try not to lock into your elbows. Slowly bring your body back down onto the floor. Your head is the last thing to reach the floor. From here, tuck your toes. Press into the floor with both hands. You can come through your hands and knees position. And then straighten your legs into an upside down V shape or downward facing dog. Feel your hips going up and back. Feel your shoulder blades going in towards each other and in towards your ribs. Feel your heels going down towards the ground. Feel all 10 fingers evenly on the floor. Weight distributed evenly between your hands and your feet. On an inhale, raise your heels and bend your knees. Look forward between your hands and walk your feet up to the front of your mat, coming into a forward bend. Place your hands on the ground. If you need to bend your knees, then bend them now. Take an inhale, place your hands to your shins. Look up halfway, straighten your back, looking up and forward. Take an exhale and fold back down into your forward fold. On your next inhale, come up to standing with a straight back. Bring your arms out and reach them up, looking upward, and then release your hands down by your sides. Bring your gaze back to the front and stand in Tadasana for a moment. Take a deep breath. You can now come to a wide-legged position, stepping your legs out wide, a little wider than the distance of your own leg. Take your left toes and point them in at a 45-degree angle. Take your right toes and point them so that your toes are facing the short edge of your yoga mat. Look at your heels and align your front heel, your right heel, with your left arch. Bring your arms out to the side and bend your right leg, coming into Warrior Two on the right side. Looking down at your legs for a moment, make sure that your right knee is directly above your right ankle. Still keeping the alignment of your right heel with your left arch. Breathe here, feel your quadricep on the right side working. Keep both arms stretching out, and on your next inhale, straighten your right leg and bring your arms down. Turn your toes back to parallel and get ready to come into Warrior Two on the left side. Turn your right toes in at a 45-degree angle and your left toes facing the short edge of your yoga mat, aligning your left heel with your right arch. Stretch your arms out to the side. Arms are straight and energetic. And bend your left knee now, coming into Warrior Two on the left. Keep that left knee, directly in line with your left ankle. Keep pressing down through your hips, reaching up through the crown of your head with energy. Arms are reaching out in opposing directions. Legs are strong and active. Take one more breath here. And on your next inhale, slowly straighten your left leg, bring your arms down, and turn your toes parallel. Place your hands on your hips. Feel that your hips are even and that your spine is elongated. Take a deep inhale and stand up tall, and on your exhale, fold your torso over your legs with a straight back. Bring your hands down onto the ground. If your hands don't reach the ground, you can bend your knees or grab some blocks or thick books and place your hand on those as well, and just allow your head to release over, stretching the back of your legs and your lower back. Remain here, breathe and relax as you feel your muscles getting a nice stretch. On your next inhale, place your hands on your hips and come up to standing with a straight back, bringing your arms down by your sides. Coming into triangle pose on the right. So turn your left toes in 45 degrees once again, and your right toes facing the short edge of your mat. Align your right heel with your left arch once again and bring your arms out to the side. Now reach your torso over your right leg. Reach it really far until you can't go any further, and then drop your arm down on your shin, your ankle, or your foot, or even the ground, wherever you reach today, depending on your current flexibility at this time. And reach your left arm up towards the sky, bringing your gaze up to your left hand. Keep your leg muscles active. Try not to lock into your knee joints as you keep those legs straight, and keep energy reaching out through the crown of your head. And now, on your next inhale, press into the floor with both of your feet and lift your torso up to standing. Coming straight into the other side, turn your right toes in 45 degrees. Left toes out, facing the short edge of your mat. Left heel aligned with your right arch. Bring your arms straight out to the side. Reach your torso over your left leg slowly and gently until you can't go any further down, and place your hand down on your shin, your ankle, or your foot, wherever you reach at this moment in time. Take your right arm and reach it up towards the sky and look up with your head. Keep your leg muscles active. Keep energy throughout your entire spine, reaching up and out through the top of your head. Reach your top arm up, energy in your fingertips. One more breath here. And then press into the floor with both of your feet and lift your torso up at the same time. Bring your arms down by your sides. Place your hands on your hips and step or lightly jump your feet in towards each other. And bring yourself down onto the floor, coming to a seated position. Stretch your legs out in front of you. Sit up tall on the two sits bones at the bottom of your pelvis. Try not to sit on your tailbone. So if you need to sit up on something to help you with the curvature of your lower back and making that straight, then you can do so now. Keep your feet flexed, toes pointed up towards the sky, and raise your arms up. On an exhale, fold your torso down over your legs and grab hold of your feet, your ankles, or your shins, or you can place your hands on the floor. Whatever is comfortable for you today, and just keep as much length in your spine as you possibly can as you fold over your legs and stretch your hamstrings, your calves, your lower back, and continue to breathe here. Slowly bring your torso upright. Bend your knees and bring the bottoms of your feet together, knees out to the side, still sitting up tall, not on your tailbone here. And on an inhale, raise your arms all the way up. And on an exhale, twist your torso around to the right. Once again, bringing your left hand to your right knee, your right arm behind you. And on your next natural inhale, raise your arms back up, coming back to the center. And on your next exhale, twist in the opposite direction, right arm to left knee, left arm behind you. Breathing deeply, gently twisting around. Feel your spine going in a spiral. Take another inhale and come back to the center, raising your arms up, and then release your hands down, coming into a forward fold over your legs. Walk your hands forward, breathe here. Keep your back long and straight as you fold over your legs. Try not to curve too much. And on an inhale, slowly bring your torso upright to a seated position and come to lying on your back. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Keep your feet active. Hold on to your shins. You can gently rock from side to side if you'd like to massage your lower back on the floor. If not, just remain still. Keep breathing into the back of your legs. Take both knees and drop them to the left side of your body. Twist your upper body to the right. Stretch your right arm out to the side. Breathe in this gentle twist for a moment. And then bring your knees back to the center. Take both knees and drop them to the right now. And keep your left shoulder on the floor, looking over to the left. Reach your left arm out. Breathe into this twist for a moment. And then bring your knees back to the center. Stretch your legs out. Come into a final Shavasana. Breathe here. This is the final pose of the sequence. Relax your legs out. Turn your palms up towards the sky. Close your eyes and begin to deepen your breathing. Take this time to come inward inside yourself. Notice how your body might be feeling now as opposed to how you were feeling before you started the class. Just take note of it. Don't try and change or shift anything in your body. Just remain still. You can also focus on your breathing, counting your breath, or just imagining that each exhale is allowing you to relax even more. And just remain here with whatever you've chosen to do. Take a moment now, bring some slight motion back into your extremities, moving your hands and your feet, your arms and your legs, gently waking yourself up. When you're ready, roll onto the right side of your body. Rest on the right side with your knees bent and your arm underneath your head for support. Slowly using your hands to help you, come back up to a seated position. Cross your shins in front of you, sit up tall, and close your eyes. Bring your hands to your knees. Have a sense of gratitude for yourself for taking the time out to practice yoga to help yourself along the way to becoming a happier and healthier person. Bring your hands to meet at the center of your chest and bow your head to your fingertips. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.